Good morning, and welcome to a special Veterans Day episode of Athens on Air. I'm Mitchell Smith.
And I'm Chris Chon. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance or observe a moment of quiet reflection.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Today is Veterans Day, a day to honor those who have served our country, but do you know what this holiday is truly about?
Veterans Day was declared a legal holiday on May 13, 1938 by President Franklin D. Roosevelt. It was meant as a day dedicated to the cause of world peace and thereby known as Armistice Day due to the temporary cease in hostility between the Allied nations and Germany 7 months before the official end of World War I. It was a day of acknowledging veterans who served in the Great War. However, now Veterans Day is a day of remembering all veterans across the country for all of their services. Continuing to observe Veterans Day on November 11th preserves the date of the armistice and allows time for the nation to acknowledge and honor those who were willing to serve and sacrifice for the common good.
Wow, I didn't know Veterans Day was such an important holiday.
Me either. Thank you, guys.
There are many veteran staff members here at Atherton and in our community. Our AOA correspondents set out to find out what Veterans Day means to them.
So my 10th through 12th grade, I was in JROTC Army. And in the 11th grade, I joined the Army Reserves. So the summer before my senior year, I went to basic training, Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And I just wanted to be in the military.
So Veterans Day is important to me because a lot of my family members, much like most Americans, served in the military before I did. So I have strong ties to basically all four of the services through a lot of people in older generations in my family.
My family's always been supportive of everything I've done. They were a little shocked that I chose to do that, but I believe it was the best decision I've ever made.
Joined in April of 1988. It's kind of a family thing. A lot of my family members are military, so it just seemed like the thing to do.
I didn't enlist. I was commissioned as an officer, and my reasoning was I did want to serve my country, and I got a scholarship. That's how I paid for college. And I graduated college in 1999, so went in then.
I did start a club, Service to Service here, that I can bring in those entities for students who are interested. I get to talk to all the senior classes about military options and ROTC scholarships. But I know the benefits of it. My daughter is a captain. She listened to mom. She went to UK and she's also in the reserves. So I'd like to just share those benefits for students who don't really know what they want to do.
Honestly, the only thing I do regularly every Veterans Day is try to highlight on social media the importance of reaching out to veterans and people's families and just checking in on them and letting them know you're thinking about them. Veteran suicide is really bad in this country. We lose about 22 veterans a day. So I think it's really important, and having that day on the calendar helps remind me to just kind of bring that to light.
I spent first 2 years at Dice Air Force Base in Abilene, Texas, next 4 at Canine Air Base, Okinawa, Japan, and the last 4 at Kirtland Air Force Base in New Mexico.
If you have a heart to serve and you're willing to move around a little bit and that's something that you want to do, it can be a really good career or a really good start to a career. Like, I didn't make it a career, but it has helped me in getting later jobs.
Actually, once you get past the training, it's just a job like any other job, but it has many more benefits than you would think. You learn a skill. I was stationed in Germany. I got to travel all of Europe while I was over there, and you get your education paid for.
Thank you for your service.
Have an amazing Veterans Day.
Louisville was ranked 19th best place in the country for veterans to live. Let's take a look at how our community will be celebrating.
Our veterans are a staple of our society and a primary reason we lead the carefree lives we do. In an effort to pay them back, the citizens of Louisville host a number of benefits for our hard-fought veterans. Let's check them out. In honor of Veterans Day, the Louisville Zoo, in partnership with Kroger, is offering free admission to the military on Veterans Day. Active, retired, and discharged military members, including the National Guard and Army Reserves, and their immediate household dependents can enjoy a day at the zoo at no cost. In addition, active and retired military and their dependents with a military identification card will receive 50% off food and drink concessions and 10% off gift shop purchases. Mike's Car Wash will offer veterans and active military a free ultimate wash on Veterans Day, November 11th. The $22 value is available at all 40 Mike's Car Wash locations in Indiana, Kentucky, and Ohio. Veterans Day edition of Paint and Sip. Grab a brush, a glass of wine, and let your creativity flow as you celebrate and honor our veterans through art. No experience is necessary. Instructors will guide participants every step of the way. The 14th Annual Kentucky Veterans Day Parade is scheduled on Saturday, November 9th. Convoys of military vehicles will come from all around the city to converge in downtown Louisville as part of Operation Rendezvous. Organizers said this year's commemoration will be its largest mission to date. Once the veterans converge, a parade will be held on Jefferson Street. Families are encouraged to attend and to show support for the veterans. Let's thank the veterans for all that they have done, and make sure you do your part and thank an important veteran in your life today.
That's so cool. I'm so glad our community is so involved.
Me too. It's great to see people give back to those who have served.
There are many students around Atherton with veteran family and friends. Let's see how they will be celebrating.
A day to support our troops that came back home, or the ones that weren't able to.
My cousin's currently in the Marines, and my grandpa was in the Marines too.
My grandpa was in the military, but he retired. He was in the Navy for many, many years.
My grandma, my grandpa, my aunt, and my uncle.
Yeah, I have at least 3 that I know of in my family that are in the military and stuff.
My grandpa, he's pretty chill, but he always encouraged us to go into the military. And my cousin, he just wants me to send him letters. So that's what I do. I send him letters, but they're expensive. They're like $7.
He's really encouraging, especially when I voiced my desire to be in the Navy as well. He encouraged me to try, and if I don't get in the first time, to just keep studying, because you have to take like a ASVAB test. So he told me to just keep studying and keep trying, because he said that it was one of the best decisions that he stayed in the military, but when he first joined, he didn't really have a choice.
You know downtown, the flags? I used to go there and do that with my grandma and grandpa, but can't anymore.
Usually I like to text any of my cousins and stuff that were in the military and just let them know thank you and stuff like that.
Do you have any veterans in your life? If so, be sure to thank them and let them know how much they mean to you.
Now on to some announcements.
Atherton Theater's production of Little Women and the Importance of Being Earnest are running from November 14th to 16th at 7 p.m. and November 17th at 2 p.m. Tickets are available through My School Bucks and at the door for $7, and student tickets will be sold at lunch for $5 from November 12th to 15th. There is limited seating for this production.
On November 22nd, there will be a game night in the lower concourse featuring Giant Twister, Atherton Kahoot, and boarding card games. Entry is free, and there will be prizes and fall-themed treats. Bring your friends.
There will be a JSU meeting on Monday, November 11th in room 003. All are welcome.
We have some birthdays today. Happy birthday to Sophia Dierner, Alex Josephs, Samantha Calm, Jasmine Rhodes, Samir Mosby, and Ray Palacios Carrera.
That's all for today's special Veterans Day episode of Atherton On Air. I'm Mitchell Smith.
And I'm Chris Chon.
Rock on, Ravens!
Thank you, anchors. We have one more announcement. The Fiber Arts Club will be meeting on November 11th from 2:20 to 3:20. Join us if you cross-stitch, embroider, or crochet, or any other kind of stitching. All experience levels are welcome.